Okay guys, we've got that entire engine taken apart. We've got all the parts we're not going to keep here, and we've got all the parts we're going to keep here. In this baggie is like the transmission, we've got the crank here, clutch, valve cover, head, and then this side of the case, and then the clutch cover, and then what's thrown away is the two sides of the case, two middles, and the cylinder there. Now we're going to go ahead and take this engine apart and let's see what's wrong with it. Okay, here's the engine off of the red 450. This one, the owner said that it was seized. So we're gonna tear this apart and see what the extent of the damage is, what's salvageable, and hopefully we have enough in this engine that we can take and combine the two. There is a good chance that something in here is blown up. So we're just gonna start by pulling off this top end and working our way down, just like we did with the last engine. I don't know if there's oil in here, so we're gonna go ahead and see if there's oil. We're gonna pull these drain bolts on the other side. Okay, there is in fact oil in here. We've got this drain bolt is for the engine oil. This drain bolt is for the other side, clutch side, which is like the red transmission oil. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull both of them off, and then I'm gonna set it here. I've got an oil catch can thing. We're just gonna drain it. We're just gonna kind of hold it. It's not light. All right. Okay, for this engine, this time around, I'm gonna be way more OCD about how I separate the bolts. I've got baggies here, and then I've just labeled them top end, stator side, and then clutch side. I think I'm gonna just pull all these. These are the, oh my goodness, that's magneted there. That is, obviously, but that is a mistake. Yeah, okay. These little guys are your valve shims. Each one is a specific size for each exhauster, exhaust port, intake port. I am not going to, normally if you're doing like just a top end job, it's easier to just memorize where you pulled them from. In my case, I'm gonna just pull them all, and then I'm gonna buy a shim kit, and I will measure those and then do those tolerances later on. So we're just gonna pull all those off right now. Toss those in the baggie. Now we've got these 4 studs, and then these 2 8mm here. I said in one of my last videos where I was cleaning these, they used RTV to seal this head to the cylinder, which is not what you do. It doesn't let heat transfer between the cylinder and the head, and so that's bad. You want heat to transfer throughout so you don't get any weird warping or... Oh! Nope, that wasn't too bad. Just kind of went all at once there. There's the head. Not in terrible shape. So they RTV'd, right? Which sealed the ports for coolant. So none of these ports could transfer coolant and oil the way they're supposed to. That's a big oof. Oh man, I can't get over that. I'm still looking at it. Can you see all the detail there? You see all the RTV filled in on these ports? Here, let me remove this gasket so you can see what it's supposed to look like. Here's the head. Those are its natural ports. Here's the gasket they had to put RTV on. You can see how it plugged them up. Well, we know why it's seized. Let's just see what damage it caused. I'm gonna try and tap that piston down because I think it's seized to the cylinder itself. That's what I'm imagining. But of course, it could be anything. We're gonna go ahead and take this. I have a brass rod. This guy right here, and we'll just hammer tap the piston down and see if we can get it to break loose and then get that cylinder off of there. Oh, it's actually started down here. It's actually started to create a little slit, so it looks like we're moving. Oh, freedom. Freedom! Ow, sliver! We're good. We're good. Yep! Oh my gosh. All right, this cylinder's it's not terrible. Oh no, it's not great though either. Here's the cylinder. It's not catastrophic. It's got some wear inside the cylinder itself. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, you see that striping there where the piston was rubbing pretty hard. I don't know. We'll measure all of those. We'll measure the tolerances on the cylinder and the piston before we throw it all back together. Oh no. Oh, we're dumping oil. Yuck. Oh no. Still a bit of oil in there, so that sucks. Okay, look here. Look here. Look at all the metal in there. That's not a good sign. That's interesting. They have this, oh yeah, there's the JB Weld. So they did crack this case, or this cover right here. So we're gonna not use this guy. We'll use the one from the other bike. Look at that. Would you just look at that? 17 millimeter. Grab our puller. All right, this flywheel is in perfect condition, so we're gonna reuse this baby. That's good news. Okay, we'll come back to this side. We're gonna go ahead and flip it over now. Oh, that's right. Okay, so there's still oil coming out of it. I forget that in here, I don't know the terminology, but there's a pump that pumps oil into here, into this chamber for the piston. There's still oil in there, so we're gonna go ahead and tip it upside down now and get that oil out of there. Sweet. Looks like this side has an upgraded clutch basket, which is a good thing because the other one was getting pretty worn. Now, pull off the kickstart and then get this case off. Okay. Hey. Okay, there we go. This looks bone dry. Okay, so there's my answer on the water pump. Just leave that in. You obviously can't take it apart until you grab that with a wrench and then undo it here. We're leaving it in there now. They'd never bent the tabs. So whoever installed this clutch, they never bent the tabs up to lock this nut in, which is not good. But they didn't get to ride it long enough for it to matter, I guess. All right, that wasn't so bad. Bam! Look at that. I mean, that's good. Transmission is fine. So I do genuinely believe it's seized at the bottom. So let's see. Here's the other connecting rod and crank. I believe this engine the bearings that hold this connecting rod here, inside here, I believe those probably seized. That's my guess. Making it so this piston can't move in there, meaning we can't move this at all. So once we split this apart, we'll know for sure. But transmission's good. Everything on this side and the stator side has been good. It goes collar, washer, and then cog. Oh. And then on the other side, or sorry, so spring first, then collar, then washer, then there's a collar inside the cog, and then a washer on the other side of the cog. That keeper, that whole rod, and then of course this guy. In the manual, this is called keeper and rod, and then this is called this guy, cog, collar. Okay, we were able to get that. The camera died right as I put the impact on it. Those are these little 10mm, about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 long, probably 3/4. 2 more 10s, about 3/4 inch long. Pull that guy out. There is a washer here. Then you've got this little collar. Oh shoot. Oh right. Uh-oh. I think we're missing one more. In here you've got these little arms. Look like that. And they press against the edge here. I'm supposed to have one more, so where the heck? Oh, here it is. Okay, it fell down. Okay, got them both. Oh. All right, we'll pull this collar off, this O-ring. Now we can flip her off. Oh my gosh. All right, well, that got it. Handy dandy Harbor Freight car jack extension. All right, case is fine. That's good. That was worrisome. Okay, there we go. That baby's off of there. Okay, to remove the piston, in here is a little ring. I use this like dental pick tool. Get in this slot here and to grab the ring that's in there. Pry that out. There's what that looks like right there. There is up and down play, which is very bad. The side to side, this is a lot of side to side, but some side to side is normal and is okay. But the up and down, from my understanding, that right there, that's not good. Okay, now I'll take a socket that is just about the same size, which in our case is going to be a 13. Now we'll tap this through. There you go. There's the piston. Got absolutely toasted. There it goes.
I'm going outside. Here you go, Dad.
Got that all out. You can see this. The reed valve down here looks pretty hammered. We got both engines completely taken apart. The first one on the black one obviously was very catastrophic damage, and the second one was seized, but it looks like it was seized because of the connecting rod roller bearings had failed. So most of that engine we're going to be able to use. We're going to be able to keep pretty much everything in there. That first one, I'm going to throw away a lot of it. Both sides of the case were completely shot. Now the fun's going to be taking both of them and getting new bearings and seals, combining the parts and creating one functional engine, and then we'll go ahead and throw that in probably the black bike, since I have the title for that one. That's it for this one. On the next one, we're going to take these two cranks and we will press them apart on this press. It might be a little small, but we're going to make it work.